All right. We got Jesse McCartney live in studio for KFC Radio, who's fresh off of a wine walk. It's literally negative like 10 degrees today.
Shout out to you for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank
God for the wine to warm us up.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
I forgot my gloves and my socks, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
FYI. So.
You did not prepare, bro.
Yeah,
that's how you know. That's how you know you've gone like Hollywood. It's like, oh, I don't even look at the weather anymore.
See, well, no, I don't look at the weather either, but it's like mine is based on laziness.
You're
not
just an
success.
idiot.
Yeah.
Like I always check the weather by just looking out the window. So every day I'm like, that's probably about 50 outside. Like I'm wearing distressed pants today. I was walking to work.
Both of you two are fucking idiots.
He
It's
got
literally
frostbite
like
on his knees. And my ankles are falling off.
-20 with the fucking wind chill.
I can't tell you the last time I looked at the weather. It's just not something. The weather is not part of my life.
No.
It's not something I factor into daily activities. It's just
This is what you get no matter what.
exactly.
That's it.
The summer, I don't wear shorts in the summer. I wear pants. It's like I don't dress for the elements. The elements
Dress for me.
dress for me. I was gonna say that. I was like, well, that's just not true at all. So I'll just stop talking.
Speaking of dress, we got you in your new video, Wasted. You were dressed fucking ridiculous.
You like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's got what, like an 80s vibe, I guess it is. Like,
Yeah, it's got just I don't know, a bad vibe is what it is. It's like late 70s, early 80s kind of thing. And it's my friend Melissa Lynn actually did all the styling for the video, and the whole theme was just to do like bad. It almost has like a Mark Wahlberg Boogie Nights kind of vibe,
Yes,
you know, like
definitely.
bad porn
Don't
star
be
kind of
chirping
thing.
Wahlberg here.
I don't think that's a chirp. I think it's
No, that's a
Wahlberg could
comp.
have stopped 9/11. We're not gonna slander him on this radio show.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely a tip of the hat. That video to me was the most fun I've ever had on any set. I got to play 5 different characters, one of which was, I don't know if you saw the end of the video, because I know you were watching it when I walked in. You're doing your last minute homework.
Yeah, a little
which is
bit.
really nice.
Squeezing it in.
But at the very end, I play a drag. You know, I'm dressed in full drag, playing like a 65-year-old drunk lady.
Look at you.
Yeah, so you got to go check
I feel
it
like
out.
the music video is a little bit of a lost art. I feel like when we were growing up, it was like making the video or whatever it was called on MTV.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
TRL. I mean TRL. Yeah,
TRL
you ran home
was-
from school.
Yeah. When a new video dropped, it was a big deal. Now what? You want to put it on your YouTube or whatever, but it doesn't have the same vibe.
It doesn't have the same impact it once had. I know. That's why I was trying to do something that maybe was gonna, turn heads a little bit. I think the thing is now is like people make videos that have the potential to go viral because that's all that anybody cares about is this shit gonna go viral.
Well, I don't know if that's why you did it, but you did it.
That was with what with that in mind, and I think now, like, yeah, I mean, nobody, like you said, used to be you would do behind the scenes, and everyone gets so pumped for the video. There'd be like a video launch, you know, like
didn't Michael Jackson once spend like $5 million on one fucking music video or something? It was a different time. It was I think the video
Thriller was the
Scream
first one that like set off
yeah.
videos, right?
The one Scream, I think it was with him and Janet, was like millions of dollars just for one video. But
yeah,
my ex-girlfriend in college was in your music video.
Okay,
She was a video girl when I think you were in like a boy band when you were younger or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, there was a
I heard
scene-
about this.
Yeah, I
where
mentioned
there's,
you
like
last
girls
time.
running down
a
the
hill. Yeah, and she was like, they're all
That's
chasing
so
after him.
funny.
You get jealous?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, man, fuck this guy. Fuck this. And then I heard like leaving, and I was like, all right. Then I was like, then it changed to like, yo, my girl was in Jesse McCartney.
Yeah.
All right.
Funny. What a small world.
Yeah, weird, man, weird. So you're a New York guy, obviously. Then you said you were a Giants fan.
Yeah, I grew up in New York. I grew up a Giants fan, a Yankees fan. I grew up loving New York sports in general. And then I moved to, I think it was about 16, 17 years old. I moved to Los Angeles to start, doing the whole thing. And I remained a New York fan, but all of my adult life has now been in LA.
Yeah, you just can't maintain it the same way. It's not like
well, in this industry too, it's just a little bit more convenient to be in Los Angeles. I mean, for what I'm doing. But I don't know. I still make it back to New York. I actually caught a game. I watched them beat up on the Bears a few Sundays ago.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, which was nice. So yeah, I still try to make it out when I can, and follow
Giants fan,
football
like it
avidly.
must be so nice to be a Giants fan because like there's nothing I can't chirp a Giants fan.
No,
a Patriots fan can chirp anybody else
in the world
in sports,
and then almost any other like fans can chirp the Giants in some way or shape or form.
Sure.
They have had so many down years on top of the Super Bowl years, but
Yeah.
you specifically can't really say anything.
nah, it's like
It's very weird.
but we also have there's a kindred like connection with Giants because the Giants used to be New England's team.
Right.
So like I in my whole life I would come down to one Giants game a year with my dad because we still had season tickets for my grandfather.
No
Right.
kidding.
Because like he got them when
Way
Patriots
back.
didn't exist.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so like
yeah.
I was always like I hate the Giants. I hate the Jets. You guys. Well, I mean like I don't even hate the Jets.
Why would you hate
It's
it? There's nothing to
just
fucking
like-
hate. It's just like it's rude and mean to hate the Jets.
They're there.
Yeah.
They're like yeah. I hated them during the Rex years, but now it's just like yeah. There's
Little
it's a little obstacle. You're a speed bump, and it's like I don't hate them. It's kind of a nuisance
I
sometimes.
can't. I got
that's
nothing.
so
I can't
terrible.
say anything.
He's a
I got
Patriots
nothing.
fan. What is, he's like,
got
you know,
nothing.
he's been going 90 miles an hour for the last
And I'll
fucking
tell you
20
what,
years.
Yeah.
You should feel bad for me.
No, I can't do
You
it.
should feel Jesse. I used to look so young.
Were you sweating your ass off
And-
though during that game last night?
I'm exhausted from it today. I got to know my voice is cracking. People think it's easy. I'm still tired from the Red Sox winning the World Series. Now I got to do a Super Bowl. Come on.
So rough.
I can't take it.
Pity me. Pity me. I thought it was Barstool Sports that made me age. Like, I'm only 30 years old. I look like I'm 60. And I thought it was Barstool that made me age 30 years in the last 10. And I've realized it's playoffs.
It's winning.
It's
Playoff football.
It's the playoffs. It's just every single year,
Yep.
every single season. I have to go on a long playoff run, and I'm not going to go to the gym during that, which I totally do during the other times, and I'm not going to eat healthy during that. I'm just going to
Yep.
order takeout food. I'm just going to drink alcohol, and this is the product.
Are you done yet?
This is what the Patriots.
Are you
do.
done yet? I can't take
This
it.
is it's hard. It's no one
That's
gets
like
it.
this guy being like, it's just fucking tough putting out like banger songs, you know?
It's tough.
It's just
It's
tough.
so rough.
It's hard work.
when you
Hit
go on
records
stage and
all
like
the time.
everybody wants to hear you sing the hits. It's just like relax, okay?
Yeah.
That's a grind, man.
No, I mean, I have to say though, Kansas City made it look hard for the Patriots this time.
At least-
that was
at
a
least-
In the
hell
second
of
half,
a
in the
game.
second half, they do. Even the fourth quarter, I'd even get more specific with it. But I mean, the first half, of
First
the
half,
game,
yeah,
it
you
was
guys were, what was it 14-0, right?
Yeah.
14-7.
Yeah, they
But-
were
or
dominating that first
17-7.
half.
I
though.
forget what it was. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes had the ball for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Nothing the Chiefs wanted to do, the Chiefs could do. Because they were playing Bill Belichick.
Are you
I mean,
more
but then-
excited?
but
Are
then-
you more excited to be facing the Rams, or
Oh,
would
yeah,
you
I was
rather have been?
scared.
Yeah,
I was scared of the Saints.
Yeah.
And I mean, not terrified because it's hard to be scared of anybody with Belichick and Brady. But I thought was good. I was like, fuck, like we could lose that game. I don't foresee a scenario.
You seen a lot of bandwagon fans in LA?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's why
For
it's
sure.
like it's tough to even. I mean, I'm gonna root my face off for them, but
yeah.
knowing that there's like this LA fan base that's just like, yeah, we're in the Super Bowl now.
Did you
Yeah.
see that video?
Yeah, there's a
Did-
video
Oh,
going
it's
around of people in a
it's
bar,
amazing
like
how many LA fans are just like, you know, as soon as LeBron shows up to
Everybody's
the
got the
Lakers,
purple and
everyone's got
gold,
the purple and
yeah.
gold, and like as soon as we have two teams, everyone's like, you know, it's funny, and Chargers too, like you know,
absolutely.
Charger
I mean, I don't
fans the same
blame you,
way,
but
yeah.
it's like let's not act
Yeah.
like you guys are long-suffering fans or anything along those lines.
I mean, that video, it's like going viral. I don't know if you've seen it. It's of a bar in LA. And I don't even know if they have the game sound on. Yeah, the game sound is
The
on.
game goes fine
but like,
when they're
no one's celebrating. It's like an overtime win, the NFC Championship on a field goal, and there were like
everyone's just like,
a couple of claps. and
Yeah.
that was like woo.
Ah, cool. Let's do a late
was-
brunch.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like people weren't even. If you're faking it, I get that. Like if you're like,
Yeah, but at
going-
least fake it.
But at
Yeah.
least fake it.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
People just want people just want like a great booth at the bar. They're
Yeah.
like, that's all they care about.
But
It's like,
also,
where's
like,
our booth gonna be? You
I
know?
could get. Like, I could also understand though because from the angle it was shot, like you could see the beach, and it's just
Yeah.
it's beautiful out there.
I don't
and
blame
it's like, well,
anybody.
no matter how this game went, that was still going to be there, so I'm good.
when you're on the East Coast, you're bitter, you're cold, literally and figuratively. You don't have anything fun to root for other than your team. So when it goes south, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You're living the LA life. Everything's good. I don't like being like this. I don't want to be this like bitter East Coast asshole. I'd gladly be a LA sellout if I could. I just got to have hair and make hit records.
That's it.
I can't do those things, so I sit here in New York and watch the fucking Jets.
Does that get exhausting? Like being, I've only been to LA a couple times. We've gone out there for a few things, and even like it's cool to see everyone so pretty and stuff like that. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's aesthetically pleasing place.
It's a little bit intimidating.
but like
Don't
doesn't it
sell
get
yourself
frustrating?
short,
Everyone being
Fireberg.
so
You look great, bud. You look great.
I don't. I know I don't. Don't come on my show and lie to me, Jesse.
We could tighten up a little bit. We could tighten up.
It was I was in an Uber yesterday and I took my seatbelt off because it was so gross the way it was just hugging me. I was like, this is disgusting. I can't look down at this. I'd rather die.
I'll risk it.
It was like just coming through my tits. My stomach was out.
This can't be
like,
safe. I'm taking this off.
Yeah, I was like, I asked the Uber guy too. I'm like, can you just hit the next pole you got?
Yeah, I mean, when we were out there, it was like, it was just like, you're better looking than me. You're better looking than me. I got no shot with anybody here. No one's looking my way. It's.
But aside from the aesthetic of it, like I get frustrated just everyone's so positive. Like I need the anger here that you've just displayed, and
that's why I got.
It's not always real positivity, though.
I got
It's
plenty
like
for you, babe.
it's not always real positivity. There's like that sort of like fake, sort of like, everything's great.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, ooh, positive energy, bro. Let's meditate.
It's like,
you
you're
know?
addicted to Xanax.
Yeah.
Your family doesn't love you.
You have a serious alcohol issue and you're popping pills. No, it's no. I listen. I don't want to bag LA too bad. I do love it and I live there. And if you can figure out how to navigate the city and like find good people, and there are good people there. A lot of them are from New York, but there are good people there. Like it is a great place to live. But look, it's a town and a place that's based on one industry for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's trying to make it in the entertainment field, and everyone's trying to get into a room with somebody and it's competitive. It's the most competitive in the world, and so everyone's just trying to slip you their picture resume, and
100%.
It's every like prom queen from Iowa, from Texas, from around the country, and prom king moving to one little town.
That's what's crazy.
And
is
that's
that
what
it's
you're
like
seeing.
You went from a small pond. Like, yeah, you were hot shit in Iowa. Like, now we all look like this.
Yeah.
Do you guys, meaning singers, actors, more traditional fucking famous people, are you mad at like the influencer world coming around now, like Instagram famous and social media famous? It's like they don't technically have maybe the same talent level that some of you guys do.
I don't really get mad about that kind of stuff, to be honest.
See, that's
like,
LA, man. I fuck these people.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Like, you gotta, go get that check. I get it. Like, it's all about what you can do to carve out a niche for yourself. And in this day and age, yes, some people are way more shameless than others.
Yep.
And I don't give a shit. I don't watch it. I don't need to watch it.
Right.
But I get it. I mean, in this generation too, we're in such a this generation is all about sharing and content, and I mean,
can make it that way.
That's just like we're in that new that new world. So for me though, like, I think at the end of the day, if you're turning out good product, whether it's music, whether it is social media based, I don't know, but if you're turning out something that is really great, it usually does sort of rise to the top, whether it's a movie, an independent film that you made, or a great song. Like, people will find it because people, I think, in their heart of hearts still do care about great art, great stuff.
I just got it. We're gonna collab. You're gonna put us on a song.
Sure, for sure.
So we'll bring like the social media
I like
crowd.
how this started with just like, yeah, everyone's always trying to like get in. Like, anyway, we're gonna get a song with you now.
Yep. We're just like auto-tune us up a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I could rap a little bit. You can maybe sing a little bit.
Cool.
And then we'll bring like the social
And
media
then we'll
crowd.
have you run down a field, and we'll have your
recreate it.
girlfriend chase you.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna write
Yeah,
this down. I'm
yeah.
telling you, just something to think about. I know that you got like your new sound, but like maybe we're the part of the new sound.
Totally.
I'm done with podcasts. I'm over this shit.
Yeah, let's get the
I guess I'll
music
become
going.
a musician. That
Yeah,
works
come
for
on.
me. I don't have
Listen,
a
I
lick
just
of
want to
talent,
be.
but
I just want to be on a
I'm talented
song.
at this either. So
You're not talented. Period. I just want to be on a song. I mean, you got a couple songs that people are going to listen to until the end of time.
We hope so.
Straight up,
I
right?
hope so.
I mean,
I'm counting on it.
what's your favorite song of your hits?
my
Let me
own?
say, yeah. Some people resent like their hits or the ones that they want to play for the encore, but like, what's
One of my favorites is a song that I did with T-Pain called Body Language, which was a real fun one.
I mean, what an easy fucking answer.
Yeah.
The song with T-Pain.
Yeah,
that would
was
be
a
my
good
favorite
one.
too.
That was a good one.
how about T-Pain going off on Twitter yesterday?
What was he saying?
I missed this. What'd he do?
He's mad. I don't use music in porn anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw that. He said he likes to get the rhythm going in porn.
T-Pain's going a whole new direction. Body language fits.
Yo.
Let's show body language.
Body language should be behind a porn.
Well,
That'd be a great porn soundtrack.
Right?
Sure.
Asa Akira used to work on this podcast with us. She used to be a third co-host. So we got an in. We got fingers in the porn industry. Well, that was, I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We got connections in the porn industry. We'll talk to Asa about body language next show.
If you auto-tune us up and we were to be on body language, like then we would be a part of like this immortal
you'd
hit.
crush it.
Like, sorry, T-Pain.
Yeah.
Body language 2.0. KFC Radio.
I'll plug you guys in.
Yeah, I mean, body language is one that's gonna play.
Mine wasn't even. That was my breakup song. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I don't. When I listen to songs, I don't always focus on the lyrics. So
When he says always, he means ever.
Clearly.
It was. I like just listen. I like broke up with my girlfriend when I was like 20, and I like listened to that all the time. And it was just like leaving was what I focused on. I didn't really focus on the rest
The body
of it.
language part, yeah.
But it was like I was like, oh, once I finally got it, I was like, wait, that's what her new boyfriend's saying like about me. Like that's
right.
It's both of our songs for the same girl.
Beautiful Soul just speaks to me.
That
man.
song,
It's
it's the only song that like really I will never not be able to play. Like I have to. That's like I can always change my set list here and there, but Beautiful Soul, because it was my debut, like the first song anyone ever heard. It's the song that put me in the living rooms of every family in America, every 12-year-old girl who was like in 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. Like that was the song that they heard, you know?
Right.
So like that, like tonight we have a show at PlayStation Theater, and I've always toyed around with like moving that song in or out or later in the set or
people
earlier in the set.
Riot.
Yeah, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. So
See, what's interesting about you and like any of the guys who kind of came up in that era early on, young, is now that 12-year-old girl who's in 8th grade is like a 35-year-old woman or whatever who's like. But in her mind, when she goes to that concert, she wants to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like if she doesn't hear that song, she's gonna be fun. She'll tear your face off, you know? To watch the crowd go from what they were to, 30 years old or whatever.
The
now
energy is so crazy when they hear that da 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 dun dun, like they go nuts. All the iPhones come out.
Yep.
They're
You like that though, right?
I mean, of course.
yeah.
How can you not like it?
That's what I'm saying. But I always ask anybody who has a hit song, hit TV show, hit character, whatever, and you kind of fall into that. Sometimes people are like, "No, I don't want to play it." But
no, dude.
when you
have
play
to.
a chord like that and everyone goes wild, that's awesome. Whether it's now, then, whenever. You know?
That song really is the reason I was able to do anything else in my career, had any other hit songs, because that sort of put me on the map. So to sort of like put your nose in the air to a song like that would be insane. Like you have to play,
Did you go through any phase where you kind of resented it? Like we just had Mark
I think
Gosselaar
maybe
here,
when
and
I
he
was
talking
like
about
in
that.
my early 20s and I was trying to like, I was trying to edge up a little bit, or I just didn't want to like sing the song. I'd been singing it for 5-6 years at that point, and I was just like, I wanted to do other things and try other things, and maybe for a while I didn't play it all the time. When Leavin' came out, it was all about leaving and body language, and I took more of like a rhythmic urban turn, and I was doing more like urban music at the time and working with other urban artists. And Beautiful Soul was not like, but at this point everything's come full circle, and there's like a nostalgic quality to that song now that, and those 35-year-olds are the ones that are like buying shit now.
They got fucking money to burn.
And buying tickets. So you got to play that song for them no matter what. But it's cool because the Leavin' fans and the body language fans and the girls that came up in that era are in college. And I've been doing last year. How many colleges did we do last year? 40 or 50 universities around the U.S., and it's insane. Like the college market and business is crazy right now. We have another 15 schools coming up this spring, and they sort of came up in that era. So the demographic is pretty wide. Like you have girls that are 18, 19, 20 years old, all the way up to their early 30s. So it's pretty wild.
You've done it right then, man.
Yeah,
It's
buddy.
like pretty much everybody's listening to my shit. So, so the new video is Wasted.
Yeah.
That's out now. Catch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
as soon
catch
as-
it wherever you find music, I guess. Yeah.
And what else you got next? What's
The tour.
The
So
tour,
I'm
yeah.
just on tour right now. The Resolution tour kicked off in Dallas a couple weeks ago, and we finished. We have our show tonight here in New York at the PlayStation Theater, and then we're moving on to Boston.
There you
Okay.
There you go. Boston's a sold out show.
Gonna be a party.
Yeah,
time
and
out
I'm sure everyone will be still hungover from the Super Bowl. So,
Where are you playing there?
I mean, from the AFC Championship. I'm playing at House of Blues in Boston,
well,
which is one of my favorite House of Blues in the country.
It's so awesome. Man.
Yep.
I played it once.
Yeah, we
No
know-
big
we
deal.
know
I
well.
played it a couple times.
Yeah.
We had like a blackout tour like way back in the day.
Yep.
And I would have to dress up and like we just like EDM stuff, and
Yeah.
I would have to dress up in mascot costumes and go stage dive.
A little bit different
You a
from-
stage diver?
No, I'm not a stage
Let
diver.
me tell you what, don't become one.
Yeah.
My
I have a
shoulder's still
couple
not
buddies
right.
who are huge, like metal heads, and they're like
Really?
and punk heads, and they go stage diving, and they come back with broken noses.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff, and
well because like
Not for me.
when we would do it, it would be. You know, it was like a college thing, so it would be a college EDM fest. So like it would be a lot of drunk 18-year-olds in
Yep.
front, and I'm 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. They can't catch me.
No.
So I would jump, and I've always described it as like a plane crashing through a forest. Like it would just be this 747 taking out these trees of women, and every time our like producer
just
would be like,
plowing them over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
you gotta go jump again. I'm like, dude, I can't do it again. I can't do
He
it
plows
again.
through them. That's if they stayed there. A lot of times it would just
Yeah. Sometimes they just
down,
move.
flat on the ground.
That's amazing.
It's I don't recommend stage diving. It's not a good time.
Now stay on stage, sing,
Yeah.
look pretty. That's
it.
That's the method.
So
right
I
there.
finished this tour in like mid-February, and then I'm gonna get back in the studio and try to finish this album, and I'll be touring probably a lot of 2019 as well. So a lot of
Awesome,
big
man.
music year for me.
Awesome.
Check it
love,
out.
Love
Justin
Wasted.
McCartney.
Check out the video too.
Cool, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.